All right. Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. I'm so much excited again to be here for another session, for another edition of Good Success. Another edition of Good Success. And interestingly, this is the last episode of the Growth Success. This is the last episode of the Growth Success. And we are going to be talking about something very, very powerful, something very, very interesting today. I want you to stay tuned, come along with your friends. If you are watching this now, I want you to share this with your friends, with your loved one. Tell them that good success has started. And today we will be talking about success through relationships. Success through relationships. I will be giving you tips on networking and collaboration. Tips on networking and collaboration. But before we go into today's discussion, I want to remind you again about the growth confluence. So I want to remind you again about the growth confluence, right? The theme is understanding the cost of success. Understanding the cost of success. See, again and again, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss out at all, at all. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss out. So I want to encourage you, if you've not registered for the conference, go ahead and register for the conference right now. The link is bit.ly/growth confluence 24, capital G, capital C, growth confluence 24. It's going to be powerful. We have invited 7 different speakers to speak on 7 costs, 7 costs of success, 7 areas that we consider as major costs for success. And you know what we chose are not something that are conventional, are not something that people see as cost. They see it as a specific area. But in this particular conference, we will be looking at it from the perspective of cost. And our different speakers will be throwing light into this. And you have opportunity to ask questions. We have opportunity to ask questions. So when you register, you can put in your burning questions or areas that you want the guest to speak on. All right. So I guess without any further ado, let me go into today's conversation. Let me go into today's conversation. All right. Let me share my slide now. Great. Great. So today I will be talking on all right, so I'm back. So today I'll be talking on success through relationship, networking, and collaboration. I will be giving you tips on networking, tips on collaboration, tips on networking, tips on collaboration. Right. Now, what we want to look at today is something that will definitely help you when you journey through success, or as you journey through success. My discussion today will definitely help you thrive, because success is built on relationship. I hope you can say that with me. That success is built on relationship. You know, they often say that a tree does not make a forest. A single tree does not make a forest. So there is always need for relationship. There is always need for networking, both in your personal and professional journey. Now, let's talk about building a strong professional network. How can you, as an individual, build a strong professional network? How can you, as a person, build a strong professional network? Number one is for you to expound your connection. Again, there is this axiom, it's an African proverb that says, If you want to go fast in life, walk alone. But if you want to go far, you walk with people. If your own perspective about success is making tremendous impact on the lives of others, then you need strong network. So one way to build strong professional network or any kind of network, whether spiritual network or personal network, is for you to expand your connection. You need to know more people. You need to attend industry events. You need to attend conferences like Growth Conference. Because when you attend Growth Confluence, for example, you have the opportunity to meet different persons from different parts of the world. So expound your connection. You need to meet new people. Number two is nurture existing relationship. Many of us, we are guilty on this. We do not, or we fail to nurture existing relationships. But you have the responsibility, if you want to build solid connection, if you want to build solid connection, you need to nurture existing relationship. Reach out to those people who are your friends, or maybe not necessarily your friends, who are your connections, your colleagues, people that you are in the same industry together. Nurture that existing relationship. Number three, leverage online platforms. For example, LinkedIn is a platform where you can nurture professional connections. LinkedIn is a platform whereby you can nurture professional connections. So leverage online platforms. You can use Facebook, you can use Twitter, you can use Instagram. Make sure you leverage on online platforms. You may not be everywhere at the same time, or you cannot be, right? You can't teleport, you can't be everywhere at the same time. But one thing you need to understand is that these platforms are there for you to build strong professional networks. And lastly, offer value. Listen to me. The value of a strong relationship is value. The worth, how expensive a relationship is dependent on the value exchange. So if you are valuable to a party, then the other party is responsible or is required to be valuable to you. So offer value, help others, and they will do what? And they will definitely help you. Now let's look at effective network strategies. How can you network? How can you connect? Maybe I should call it effective connecting strategies. Number one, oh goodness. All right. Okay, so I'm back. I mean, I don't know why my screen is just tripping off. Right. Number one, active listening. Focus on understanding others, not just talking. You see, the 26th president of the United States said, I think is the one that said it, that you cannot, people don't care what you say, don't care what you know until they know you care. People don't care what you know until they know that you care, right? People don't care what you know until they know that you care. So give yourself to active listening. Be attentive, be present. Whenever you are in a conversation, be present. Focus on understanding others. Number two, ask thoughtful questions. Ask thoughtful questions. Learn about the other person's interest and focus. Learn about the other person's interest and focus. Learn about the other person's interest and focus. This is very, very important. Number 3, follow up promptly. Maintain connection by staying in touch. Listen to me. Just like I said, if you know the value of what a strong network will do to you or do for you, you will follow up promptly. So maintain connection by constantly staying in touch. That you might not need that person right now, but stay in touch. Because eventually, by the time you will be needing that person, it is important that you build valuable relationship. Okay, so let's talk about how do you foster meaningful connection? How do you propagate meaningful connection? Now you've started the relationship. You've networked with the person. How do you foster meaningful relationship? Number 1, develop trust. Build genuine relationship, not just transactional ones. Again, build genuine relationships, not just transactional ones. Number 2, maintain authenticity. You see, it's important that you are yourself. Be yourself and let your personality shine through. Be your authentic self. Don't try to conform to a particular image because you want to suit someone. Now, it's important that you improve yourself, but it is also very important that you are yourself. And you know, the reason why it is important for you to be yourself is so that you will not present a wrong image to the other person. And lastly, offer assistance. I've said it the other time, proactively help others without expecting anything in return. Proactively help others without expecting anything in return. This is very important for you to foster meaningful relationship, for you to foster meaningful connection. Right. Let's talk about the power of collaboration. You see, especially in my parts of the world, or maybe not in my part of the world really, but in my tribe, it's difficult to collaborate. And it's because we have, should I call it stingy mentality now? Right? You want to be the alpha and the omega of everything, so that when the shared profit comes, you will be the only one entitled to it. But there is power in collaboration. There is power in having a team organizing your events. There is power when you are not the only one doing it alone. So how do you get the power of collaboration? You leverage diverse expertise. You combine complementary skills for better solutions. You leverage diverse expertise. You see, there is a way you do things that others don't do it that way. And you see, the beauty of any creative adventure is in diversity. Right? Is in its diversity, is in its different perspectives and perceptions. Number 2, collaboration fuels innovation. Collaboration fuels innovation. It sparks new ideas and creativity. Collaboration sparks new ideas and creativity. And lastly, collaboration strengthens relationship. If you have a connection with someone and you decide to collaborate with that person, depending on the project you have on hand, you are strengthening your relationship, because working together builds trust and understanding. Right. So now let me quickly talk to you about how do you leverage relationship for mutual benefit. Listen to me. There should be benefits in relationships. However, you have to be careful that you are not gunning for current benefits, missing out from future opportunities. Let me say it this way, that you need to be careful that you are not using benefits as a leverage only and using it to hinder future opportunities. But ensure that one way or another, that the relationship or the network you are building has mutual benefits. You are not the only person benefiting from that relationship. The person is also benefiting from your relationship. Yes, also benefiting from your relationship. So, how do you do that? Number one, referrals and introduction. How do you offer value in a relationship? If the person is a business person or is a person that does content creation, refer and introduce. Connection can lead to new opportunities. You may not be capable of buying that person's product or services, but you are capable of referring that person to someone. You are capable of liking that person's post. You are capable of sharing that person's content. Number two, knowledge sharing. Listen to me. I follow Jim Quick, and I love him a lot. And he said something about how to learn something fast, how to learn anything fast. He used the word FAST. And the last letter there is teach. The T there is teach. Share knowledge, share what you know with your connection. Because in the moment or at the moment of sharing, you gain new perspectives, you gain new perceptions. So share knowledge. Learn from the experiences of your network. Number three, emotional support. Trusted relationships provide encouragement and guidance. Trusted relationships provides encouragement and guidance. And lastly, collaborative projects. You see, because of your relationship, find projects that you can work together. Create projects that you alone cannot do it, that you need the participation, the contribution, the collaboration of other persons. So work together to achieve a shared goal. All right. Today we are going pretty very fast. I want to talk about how do you maintain relationship over time? How do you maintain relationships over time? The first way to maintain any relationship is regular checkup, whether it is needed or not. Or let me say it this way, that periodic checkup. It may not be every day, it may be once a week. You can decide to send monthly new month messages to your connections. So, but it is important that you learn to stay in touch and show genuine interest. Show genuine interest in their growth. Show genuine interest in their productivity. Show genuine interest in their advancement. Regular check-ins. Number two is for you to celebrate their successes. on LinkedIn, I saw it. Some people were, congratulating me, telling me about my 3 years work, in the organization I work with, and that's it. That's how it works. I mean, I already forgot. I mean, that is just interesting, right? Celebrate people's successes, recognize and congratulate your connection. Somebody is celebrating his or her birthday, recognize and congratulate the person. Again, let me say this way. The last one is offering support. The value of every relationship, the value of every connection is value. The value of every relationship, the value of every connection is the value shared. So ask yourself, what value am I bringing into this relationship? What value am I bringing into this relationship? Every relationship has its own challenges. All right, because I said it is important for you to build relationship if you want to be successful. There are challenges to every relationship. How do you navigate those challenges? Number one, you need to learn conflict resolution. You need to learn conflict resolution. And how do you do that? You assess issues directly and find solutions. We often say in conflict resolution is address the issue and not attack the person. Those are the AAs of conflict resolution. Address the issue or attack the issue and not the person. Number two, maintaining boundaries. In every relationship, professional relationships should not end up becoming romantic relationships. If it's romantic, define it, maintain boundaries, set healthy limits to prevent burnouts. Number three, rebuilding trust. Rebuilding trust. You see, trust is not just a one-way thing, right? Trust is like a building, trust, just like going up, right? Trust is like a building. And it is important you are transparent and accountable when trust is broken. In fact, even when trust is not broken, be transparent and accountable. And again, lastly, manage disappointments. Manage disappointment. Respond to disappointment with empathy and seek to understand. Try as much as you can to see from the other person's perspective. All right. Now, I'm coming to the end of this particular event, and I need to talk to you about how do you build relationship in the digital age? How do you build relationship in this digital age? Number one, online engagement. Online engagement. Utilize digital platforms to stay connected. Use LinkedIn, especially if it is for professional connection. LinkedIn is one, if not the only, powerful means by which you can build your professional portfolio. So use Facebook, use Instagram, use Twitter, use Snap. I don't know what they use Snapchat for, right? So, but use this platform to stay connected. Number two, virtual interaction. Foster relationship through video calls and meetings. So if you are having meeting with your staff, it is important, it is good culture for you to foster relationship with video calls so that you will be able to see the person, read their body language. If it is audio call, it is almost difficult to read the body language, using just basically with audio call. Excuse me. Number three, personalized communication. For many of us that we send broadcast messages, it is important you give yourself to leveraging technologies to provide a personal touch. Reach out to the person personally. If you are sending email, don't send a generic email. Okay, all right, you might send a generic email, but give it a personal touch. Mention the name of the person. And lastly, digital networking. Expand your reach through online communities. Expand your reach through online communities. There are several. I think Facebook, we have the largest community ever known, right? So there are online communities on the internet. Expand your reach. Expand your connection via online communities. Again, let's talk about embracing the power of relationship. And this is the last thing I'll be talking about. Embracing the power of relationship. Embracing the power of relationship. How can you start using relationship to your own advantage? Right? What are the benefits of relationship? What are the benefits of using a relationship? What are the benefits of using relationships? Number one, oh, this is good. Number one, unlock new potentials. Unlock new opportunities. Unlock new opportunities. Connection leads to job opening. Connection leads to partnership. Connection leads to collaboration. So when you embrace the power of relationship, you open the door. You open the door to job openings. You open the door to relationships. You open the door to collaboration. Number two, gain valuable insights. When you give yourself to relationship, you learn from the experiences and the expertise of your network. You learn from the experiences and the expertise of your network. And again, when you give yourself to relationship, you enhance well-being. All right, you will build strong relationship through emotional support and encouragement. And lastly, all right. So, and lastly, you achieve greater success. You see, leveraging relationship is key to professional and personal growth. Leveraging relationship is key to professional and personal growth. All right. Now, listen to me. We've talked about so many things during this series. If you're watching from LinkedIn, whether from LinkedIn, from Facebook, just go to our YouTube page, you will see the entire series. It's 5, right? Go ahead and watch it again. Go ahead and watch it again. If you want to build sustainable success, let me put it this way. If you want to build good success, these are simple keys, strategies that you need to put in place. All right. Just like I often say, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that it is important you build strong relationships on your way to success. Thank you for listening. Just before we go, I want to once again remind you about the growth conference. The growth conference. Again, you don't want to miss it. I tell you the sincere truth. You sincerely don't want to miss it. I promise you don't want to miss it. Right? Go ahead, register for the conference. Register immediately. Register immediately. All right, check on wherever you are watching from. You will see the link there. I'm going to put it on the comment box again. You will see the link there. Make sure you are part of this conference. You will experience tremendous growth. You will experience sporadic growth. It is not just going to be a change in your mind orientation, but it's also going to be an avenue for immediate work, that immediately you begin to know what to do and you do it immediately. So I want to encourage you, do well, go ahead, register for the conference, and God bless you. Thank you once again for having me. Until next time, we'll see again. My name is Olafisoye Ige, and let's discover, learn, and grow. God bless you.